The key to it all, it always goes back to food. Control the food, control the people. Have healthy food, have healthy people. Have unhealthy food, have unhealthy people. Today's video is going to be a good one. We're going to be talking about the chicken and the egg, and a little bit different connotation to say, you know what, if we can't control people, we may can control the food. When we control the food, inevitably, it controls the people. It's going to be a good video today, guys. It starts right now. It's hard to be this real. We can play our favorite song, dancing to it all night. Hey guys, welcome to The Max. Thank you so much for being here. We've reached 200,000 subscribers, so we appreciate every one of you. If you're new to the channel, go down here, press subscribe, ring the bell, give us a thumbs up or thumbs down, but let us know what you think about this video. Now, a little housekeeping. We're going to be doing the giveaway Sunday, 2 days from today. We're going to be giving away thousands of dollars worth of gifts, all to our subscribers. So if you're new to the channel, go down here, tell us you're new. All you have to do to enter is just push subscribe. You have until Sunday morning. We're going to be giving all these things away Sunday afternoon in a premiere or live. So please watch this video. Tell us what you think about it. But ultimately, watch Sunday's video because you are all entered into the drawing and we're going to be giving away all those things. So please stay tuned for that. But thank you again. I cannot thank you enough for watching us and spending time with us. So now on to the video. So something so alarming has just transpired, and we always worry about our food. That's why we try to preach self-sustainability, self-sufficiency, and start gardening. If you're not gardening, it's going to be spring for most areas. Please get into it. If you're not growing some kind of meat source, make sure you are buying all you can and stockpiling it. It's so important now. I don't know if you've seen this, but it says that U.S. is considering, the Biden administration is considering vaccinating chickens as the bird flu kills millions. Now this avian flu, they're trying to control it. They've killed like 54 million birds, mostly chicken, also some just native birds to whatever areas that were infected. Now, the speculation has always been, well, are these birds infected? Are these birds just proactively being killed or reactively being killed? You know, that's for you to discuss. Now, I will say this goes back to raising your own chickens and eggs and making sure if you want broilers, raise broilers as well, because ultimately you control the health of your birds, you control the health of your animals by raising them. But I digress. If we see the fact that the government is stepping in more and more and more on our food in the name of protection, what really is taking place here? So let's start off with this. Should we raise chickens like we do, tight, thousands at a time in a chicken house with no true good air, sun, and natural grass? No, that is the absolute worst way of raising animals. But we've put ourselves in this predicament because we don't raise our food, so we want someone else to raise it. The more we see these farmers raise our food, we've realized farmers can't afford to raise just food. So these big businesses buy in and they have growers. Well, these chicken farms are just doing the bidding of these big businesses. Remember, there's only about 4 big providers of chicken in America. So right now, America is kind of monopolized in the chicken industry. Well, the chicken industry said, no, we don't want to vaccinate our birds. We'll just kill off the ones that are infected. When all of a sudden they have the incentive or the subsidies to vaccinate all their birds, do you think they're going to pass that up? No, they're not. So when all of a sudden we can't get our populace to maybe take a shot in the arm, or we're worried about this next influenza, what better way to treat the people than to treat the food that they're ingesting? So here's the few things to look at. Let's talk about who's pushing this and what she stands for. The person that is now pushing for these chickens to be vaccinated, to just save them, to help the world rid it of this avian flu. This is the CEO of Zoetis. It's the pharmaceutical company. She used to work for Pfizer. She sits on the board of BlackRock. And now she is the one lobbying for the Biden administration to start vaccinating chickens in the name of this avian flu. So Zoetis, a spinoff of this organization, is now the leader of the company that is pushing for shots for chickens. She also sits on the board of BlackRock. Do you not see the tie-in here? The scary thing is this: you see companies pushing against, saying, no, we don't need to vaccinate yet.
But remember, BlackRock has a lot of power in a lot of different industries because they own a lot of power in a lot of different industries, including the food industry. So if we see this movement of sickness happening to animals because we choose to raise them in not the best environments. I go back, if we're raising chickens like they were supposed to be raised on grounds, spaced out, even if you're raising them in houses or chicken runs, you have space, you have new bedding, you have good quality food, then we wouldn't see sickness on any animal. Same way with us. If we wouldn't put the crap in our bodies, like such as bad foods like sodas and fast food and conventional foods and microwavable foods, if we would get away from those processed foods, we wouldn't get the sicknesses that we have had. But because we are eating trash food, then we get sick, we have to take medicine. Same way with our animals. If we raise our animals or we raise our crops with a lot of processing in bad situations, they're gonna get sick and it's gonna be bad quality food. So therefore, we have to treat that stuff before it gets into our body. So now the push is to treat the chickens. Well, this medication, for instance, they said if it is humanly ingested in its raw form, it can be very detrimental and very harmful for our health. We're gonna put it in a chicken and hopefully it will heal the chicken but not hurt us. It's a little crazy. Have you ever noticed when medicine ads come on our television, it tells you what it's going to do to help you, but at the very end they talk real fast, real low, and it's like 50 things that you should be worried about if you take this medicine? Well, it's the same way. We're injecting this in our chicken to heal something that the problem is the way they're raised, the way that our big business is pushing it, and the fact that we're not doing it in a natural sense. So therefore we give them more antibiotics or medicine to heal a problem, but could ultimately cause more issues because of the stuff we're putting in them. Then it's got to go to us. So it's something we can heal, but because we made the problem, we try to make the solution to the problem, and really we're making more problems. That's what medicine does. It heals one thing by harming something else. This H5N1, this avian flu that they're pushing now, and all this shots against it, the medicine against it, they're also now saying it's going to mammals. It's went to minks, it's went to bears. How far is it going to be before it gets to our cattle? How far is it going to be before it gets to our pigs? How far is it going to be until it gets to humans? Now, if you read up on this flu could be very deadly to humans. At the same time, the medicine that we are prescribing for it, it could also be deadly to humans. Consuming in its natural form, it could be harmful. You need to seek a medical attention. So we've killed 54 million birds. Now we're wanting them to be shot up with some kind of medication that could be something to save them, which ultimately we could save them by raising them better and better quality. And if people would take a little bit more responsibility into having a better quality diet, then they may not buy the cheapest chicken in Walmart. They may try to raise it themselves, or they may try a better quality chicken from some of these chicken growers that are doing it more natural. But because we're not doing those things, we're seeing sick animals. Well, sick animals means more medicated animals. More medicated animals means we're getting more non-natural food in our bodies. Well, the more that our food is bad for us, the more we ingest, the more we need medication. The more that we're befallen to the system that now has to heal our bodies. If you look back 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, when we were raising a lot of our own food, we didn't see the sicknesses that we saw today. I know people say, well, the quality of life is so much better now. We have so much medication to save our lives. Yeah, but at what cost? If we would go back and learn innovatively things that could help us and heal us, and there's nothing wrong with medication when we're really sick, but if we would learn to raise our animals and raise our food in a way that is quality like we used to, plus the innovations of today, I believe we would have a more free and healthy society to then be a more prosperous nation. But the more we're detrimented by what we're putting in our body, the more our food is detrimented by the stuff that they're putting into the chickens or into the beef or into the GMO crops, the more this whole cycle is being controlled by a few big players. We've talked BlackRock. We talked these medical providers. Now we're talking government being involved. Remember, control sometimes doesn't mean that they're taking your freedoms away. However, if they only give you a few options of choices, then basically they are taking your freedoms away. If you're not raising your own food, and all of a sudden FDA just says, you know, we need more treatment of animals, we need more treatment of crops, we need barcoded lettuce. That is something that is real, I'm not joking. If we see those kind of movements, then your freedom may not be taken away, but you may not have a lot of choice. That is just the same thing. We try to act like, well, we have freedom. Well, we don't have really freedom, because ultimately this is the only things that we get to choose from. That's not freedom. We preach and push food sustainability. When we control our food, and when we control our diets, and when we try to eat the best quality food that we can, it will make for a more free society. It will make for a more healthier society. Last night we were trying to get finished with chores. We stayed out till about 6:30. That's not every night, but last night was one of those nights we're trying to beat the rain. It's fixing to rain today, and so we're trying to get gardens ready. We're trying to get animals moved and so forth. But my children played outside just about all day. School, we homeschool, and then after homeschool, they were outside. When they get that outside time, when my son can come and fish when he wants to, when they see animals how they're raised in their natural sense, we're building a better generation to understand where our food system comes from. Now, if our kids are raised just with digitized phones in their hands, just with games in their hands, and stay inside all day, do you think they see the food system and where it comes from? Or are they used to just going to town to the next fast food restaurant and buying this hamburger and thinking that's good quality food? It has lettuce on it, so we got our vegetables for the day. Those fries are great quality potatoes. Well, no, they're not. Do you see the broken food system will cause us to be more medicated? The more medication that we and our animals have to take, the more we're controlled and the less choice of good quality food we have. That is how, when we hear control the food, control the people, there's so much truth to that statement. Start doing all you can to raise your own food. Look at hydroponics or aquaponics. If you live indoors and you feel like you can't grow, use grow lights, use hydroponics, use grow bags, grow your own microgreens. We had a couple tour the other day. They live in town, they live in a little suburban home, they have a little courtyard, but guess what they were doing? They wanted to learn how to raise chickens, and they can't raise a lot. They can raise 6 to 8 hens, and they were going to try to look at broilers, because we have broilers going. So they were looking how we do broilers, how we do, raising Cornish cross broilers to eat, to have chicken for our family. They were also growing a garden. They said that we can't grow a big garden, but we want to grow what we can. It's not about providing all your food. It's about providing a piece of your food. If we can start learning how to incrementally get better, incrementally do this, every day that we can do a little bit more, the better we will become, and the more healthier we will become, and the more sustainable we will become. We will not have to rely on just government. We won't have to rely on just food from the grocery. We won't have to rely on just the fast food company down the road. So the problem with the chicken and egg is not really the problem with the chicken and egg. The problem is people. We chose to move off farm. We chose not to raise our own animals. So therefore, then we put it on the chicken growers. Well, the chicken growers can't do it without big business buying them out and providing them everything they need to grow the chicken. So the control is with the big businesses to control the grower, to then control the food that we're getting. Well, when all of a sudden we have big lobbying firms coming in and saying, government, you need to take care of the animals. So we have to put them in this system, but ultimately we have to give them shots and medication to make them safe to be grown in these areas. It's a big circle that is controlled now by one big lobbying firm over a government who controls what policies go to these 4 big companies, and these 4 big companies won't allow their chickens to go out unless all their growers, all these thousands of farmers that are growing chickens, are doing what they're saying to do, or the contracts are pulled. So you see, one person lobbying, one medicine company lobbying the government could change your whole food system without you really having any say in it. That's a big deal. So now it's time to wake up and start looking at ways we can grow our food. That can make a difference in you and your kids' life, in the health of your body, and more sustainability. All that matters, because one person could change all this and can make all your food have all this medicine in it, and that could be very bad for you. Let me know what you think about this video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, we're going to be doing this monster giveaway Sunday. Please watch that video. Please, if you're not subscribed, subscribe now. Let us know that you subscribed right now. If you're an old dog, we thank you for being here. We thank you for sticking with us and watching our content. It means the world to us. Let us know if you've been here for 2 or 3 years. We've been on YouTube for about 3 years. Let us know if you've been here since 2 years, 1 year, 3 years. Let us know if you're new. Everybody that is subscribed to our channel is entered. We're gonna be giving away a $1,000 gift certificate to Harvest Right, a buddy heater. We're gonna be giving away a solar generator. Jace Medical antibiotics. If you want a survival antibiotic case, we're gonna be giving away one of those. That's a big value there too. All this stuff together, that's well over $2 grand just in the things that we just said, and that was just 4 or 5 little things. We're gonna be giving away coffee. We're gonna be giving away our personal soap. We're gonna be giving away some of our merchandise as well. We're also giving away a monster seed container that has like a seed vault. It gives you tons of seeds to be able to provide for you to grow. A pack of freeze-dried foods that will last for emergencies. I think it's a 3-day kit for you individually to take care of you. That is huge. So please, if you're not subscribed, go down here, subscribe. Let us know that you are in the drawing and the giveaway. We look forward to giving those things away as a thank you Sunday. Guys, thank you so much for watching. God bless you. Have a wonderful day. Happy homesteading.